This is Neil Patel, helping you succeed through online marketing.
All right. So, with all this recession talk, people are talking about if holiday spending from consumers is going to go up or down. And here's the crazy thing. It's either going to break even or it's going to go even higher for this holiday season. So I'm going to share my screen real quick and then we're going to react to this news over here cuz the headline is holiday spend expected to reach 1.6 trillion. It's from ICSC.
Yeah, it's actually not too alarming or shocking for me. And here's why. We talk about inflation all the time, and the government's saying that, yeah, even though the stock market, other than the main, tech stocks that are driving up the market, other than them, a lot of the stocks aren't performing well. And if you look at it, people are like inflation's still kicking in, but then they're saying people are still spending. Maybe they're not spending at the growth rate that they were in the past, but they're still spending. So I'm not shocked. It's more so, it doesn't mean that it's a good thing either. And here's why. I'll give you a great example of this. I have a friend and he's dating someone, and this person is in debt. And, they're getting closer and closer to being out of debt, but it's credit card debt. So you can imagine how high the rates are.
No, it stacks.
Yeah, it stacks. And he's just like, yeah, she can be done with it in 2-3 months. And I'm like, but then she'll want to buy all her friends Christmas presents, etc. So she's going to get herself more into debt. And it's not just her. And I'm not saying that's wrong or right. It's just the reality of the situation. And a lot of people are okay with that kind of life. And it also is what helps keep spending going up and up and up. As long as people have steady jobs, they justify why they should spend more, and it's okay. I can pay it off later. The interest isn't bad, instead of just thinking about saving the money.
Yep. So get this over here. I just want to read this. So those of you that can't see the screen, so it says in September, Deloitte released a report projecting that retail sales could rise between 3.5 and 4.6% this holiday season, pushing sales up. So, I mean, here's the thing. You talked about stocks. So I was looking at Amazon, I think reported great earnings. Who else reported great earnings? Was it Meta as well?
Microsoft did really well. Meta reported great earnings, but then they talked about the Middle East can impact their stock, and then they lost the gains. Alphabet did not report amazing earnings. Their cloud division wasn't growing as fast as the market would like.
Yeah. So, we're still in this, look at this. While shoppers earning between 100K and 200K anticipate spending 2% more than last year, those with incomes between $50 and $99,000 expect to spend 26 more percent than last year. So, look, with all the crazy stuff happening in the world right now, the spend's still going up. So the economy is kind of still resilient, right? So who knows what's going to happen? But I think the key takeaway here is that you still should be mindful of how you're watching your spend overall if you're a business, and at least you have a sense for how consumers are spending.
I think 2024 is going to be the year where people start becoming more realistic. And the reason I say that is eventually this is going to have to catch up with some people. Tech layoffs, I don't know if you saw the recent articles on TechCrunch trying to increase again. There's a lot of other industries that we work with that we're seeing them starting to lay off as well. It's just a matter of time. The big reason the world isn't going round and round is money's not cheap. When money's not cheap, it's harder for businesses to buy and invest more. It's harder for consumers to spend more because they're paying an arm and a leg more on their credit card rates, right? All these things just drastically impact how people spend. And I think next year people start coming to reality. Dude, I was talking to a business that's in Mexico a few weeks ago, and we tried buying them. And I won't mention the name, but they're doing around $5 million in revenue. They used to do around $1 million in profit. They had an offer in the past to sell for around $5 million, and their revenue has stayed roughly the same. It's not really higher, but it's flat. Their EBITDA has gone down by half, actually a little bit more than half. And they're coming to me and they're like, "Yeah, we want the same price that we were getting when we were doing really well." And I'm like, "Okay, that's not going to happen. If you get the numbers back, I'll give you $5 million." And then he's like, "Well, next year I'm going to make triple the money," right? It wasn't really triple. It went from 500 to 1.4 million in EBITDA, but close enough to triple. And I was like, "Okay, how are you going to get there?" He's like, "Oh, we're going to add in these new lines of services that we've never done, and we're going to sell it." Have you started selling it? No. Have you started doing those businesses? No. He's like, "We'll just make it work, and we know our customers are going to buy it." I'm like, it's not that easy to just if you've never been at 1.5 million in EBITDA, you're not just going to go from 400 something to 1.5. I'm like, cool. Next year will be a reality check. I kept a good relationship. And I'm like, when you don't hit the numbers, or if you do hit the numbers, come back to us. And either way, we'll give you a normal multiple. What he pretty much wanted was roughly 11 times. I'm like, no one's going to give you 11 times profit for a declining business where a lot of your revenue is project based and there's no outlook over the next few years. But I'm like, once you come back down to reality, I'm here to buy the company when you're ready.
Here's the thing. You can't, one thing people should understand is you can't trade on potential. We in the last 10 years or so, we traded on potential. We traded on future earnings, right? People weren't really focused on creating actual business, creating customers and doing a good job for them. They're just trying to raise the next round because that was the incentive, right? Now it's about efficiency. And what's going to need to happen is the economy is going to get punched in the face. People need to get punched in the face a little bit, ourselves included, right? It's not that we want people to get punched in the face, but it's going to bring us back to discipline.
No, totally. And look, that's why I think next year we're really going to start seeing things shake up because you're going to have a long time of high interest rates and then reality is going to kick in with people because a lot of people in this world are in debt.
We've been saying this will be the last thing, but we've been saying this for a while. It's like, it's going to be 2023. It's going to be the next year. I truly do believe it's going to be the next year. And hopefully it gets better, but who knows if it actually gets better in 2025? Honestly, who knows, man?
I'm hoping it gets better, eventually. I'd rather just take my licks now. Let's just get it over.
Get it over with. Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, that is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.
Now, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'm here to answer them and help you out. If you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, tell people about it. Thank you very much.